welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so excited to have all of you on this new webinar, this PODScast. We're glad to welcome a lot of you that are have been members for a little while and are here to join us to learn more about our new member portal that we just launched this year, and then also some brand new members, and then we have some future members, I believe, that are going to be on as well. So with that, we're going to get rocking and rolling. A quick safety moment to make sure for those of you that are in colder weather, and then those of you that are in the south where it's very oddly snowing nowadays. If you're using space heaters, make sure that you keep those unplugged when you're not around them, and that you keep them free from any other items or debris or trash cans or anything else if you have them underneath your desk. So quick safety moment there for fire safety. So with that, we will get started. It is January the 14th, 2025. Can you believe it already? And we're super excited to have you guys here to talk about pods. So I guess now we're 2 years ago, we celebrated our 25th anniversary here at PODS. And now we are up to 39 countries that use the PODS data model. So whereas we started really as a data model where operators got together and decided they wanted a good global data standard with which to organize and maintain and govern their data, it's now grown into much more of a community. So we're going to touch on both of those things. But now worldwide, over 200 operators in 39 countries use the PODS data model, some form or fashion or version. And then also regulators. So here in the US, PHMSA uses the PODS data model as its baseline for NPMS, and then also Canada energy regulators as well. So down south in South America, they're looking at adopting it as well. So we're super excited about that. So real quick overview. I know, you guys are already very familiar with data models and data standards. A quick overview of what we do here at PODS and the foundation there is we use data as like I said, as a foundation, right? PODS is that organizational tool to make sure that all of your data is in the right place at the right time. I talk about when PODS started, and it's pretty important as to when PODS started, because it started before the Bellingham, Washington incident, which was absolutely horrible, and thank goodness changed the game, right? Introduced a lot of new standards and new regulation for pipeline safety, but unfortunately, including that incident as well as several others since then, have been unfortunately based back to or led back to either missing data, misappropriated data, data that not in the right place at the right time and not available to the right people. So, data is crucial for pipeline safety, and it is the baseline there for asset knowledge management and the digital twin. So, and we're seeing that more and more, right, with more and more regulation here in the US and in Canada as well, that's based around data, right? And data attributes associated with that. So we work a lot with PHMSA, like I said, in their voluntary information sharing system and program. So we work with them whenever they have new regulations that come out. We meet with them to ensure that whatever data attributes they're going to be looking for, that we have those in the PODS data model. And that's for 192 and 195. We also work with Texas Railroad Commission as well to make sure we have all of those in there as well. So foundational data, and then once you take that data, you get it organized and it becomes information. Once you understand risk, now you're getting into knowledge, right? Using that data for HCA, class, location, and risk, and then now into wisdom, right? Now you can use those data points in your Power BI systems and start making some business decisions around your data, right? And we're going to touch a little bit on the regulatory and integrity module, which you can now use to plan your digs and figure out why you ran a pig when you did. So the PODS data model was designed to comply with regulations, and it was designed specifically for long linear assets, these pipelines that have just a ton of data associated with them. So won't read through all of our mission and vision statement, but we really are proud of what we've done here and how we've grown as an organization. And a lot of that has to do with you guys, right? We've already signed on 5 new members in 2025, and here we are just 2 weeks into the year. So really exciting stuff. We're stoked about that. So our mission and our vision are really based around using data for pipeline safety, and that's for hazardous liquids, natural gas. We have a water data model, and then we also have carbon sequestration and carbon transportation companies that have joined PODS, and they use the model as well. We're seeing a lot more regulation now into gathering and distribution, so we're trying to ensure that the model is available for those types of assets as well. So as an organization, our strategic goals are listed here. We develop strategic goals. We come together the board comes together every 5 years to reevaluate and reassess our strategic goals. These were the 5 that were put together in 2021 that we're still on right now. And so we really are trying diligently to make sure that we are aligned to these. So we talked about the data model. Want to talk a little bit more about the community because that's where I think we really do shine. So we are a community of thought leadership, right? Pipeline operators, service companies, regulatory agencies that all work together to manage spatial data online, right? And they're specifically designed by and for pipeline operators. So what's great about that is that we all come together and we work together to develop this innovation. So we're going to get in a little bit later about how the sausage is made related to that. But what's great is that all of this IP is donated back to PODS and made available for you to be able to use. So these are a few logos of our board. We're actually about to kick off our elections for the 2025-2027 board election year. We elect half of our board every year. So it's a 2-year engagement. And so because, all the pipeline operators buy all the other pipeline operators and ONEOK bought Magellan, we have an open spot. So we're excited that Centerpoint is going to be running this year for the board. So super stoked about that. We have 12 board seats, 9 of which are operators, and then 3 of which are service companies that support us. So you can see that a lot of these logos are probably pretty familiar to you guys. And then we partner with a lot of trade associations, right? Recently, we've partnered with APGA due to the notice of proposed rulemaking that's currently in the Office of Management and Budget for the gas distribution rule that's going to be coming out. We partner with PPIM, with GTI. Actually, PODS was PODS came out of GTI. We came out of that think tank there. We partner with PTC. We're actually going to be partnering with them in Asia this year, so it's pretty exciting stuff. And we're also developing some new international chapters, which we're going to talk about here pretty soon too. So there's a lot of benefits of being a member of PODS. Over on the left side of the screen is on the blue, those are your benefits for pipeline operators. And then over on the left, these are benefits for service companies. All in all, right, for service companies, it's great to have access to all of the operators that are decision makers in the business that you are working in. And then for the operators, of course, the PODS data model is very beneficial, especially if you have to submit annual reports if you have federally regulated pipeline, right? To get your data in that system already and make sure that you're going to be in compliance. Above that, right, all of the service companies and software companies, they write their code on the PODS data model. So again, it's easy to have one standard, right, with which you can easily consume all of those deliverables that your service companies are issuing over to you as a part of their product service to you. We have a live member directory now. I'm going to show you a little bit on the website. So on the front end of the website, you'll be able to see all of the logos that have already paid their 2025 dues. If you're missing some logos, it's because they haven't paid their dues yet, but they'll get up there here pretty soon. And then on the back end, on the web portal, which I'm going to show you on the member portal, I'll show you all of the contact information that you can get to from all of the members. So once you're a member, you have access to all the other members as well. So these are our members in 2023 and 2024. Welcome to all of you. We're super excited to have you and glad to see the organization growing by leaps and bounds. And if you're hearing me kind of rush through all of these, it's because I want to get into the thick of the new member portal and make sure you guys all understand how to get into that. I didn't do any housekeeping, so sorry. If you have questions, please raise your hand on the control panel, and I can get to those as they come in. We are recording this as well, so it will be made available on the PODS member portal as well as on our YouTube channel so that you can distribute that out for anybody that might have missed it. So back to the data model, it is Esri's our largest partner, right? They're our principal partner. Not every Esri user is on PODS, but every PODS member is using Esri, right? And so we work hand in hand, lockstep with them. Like I said, they're principal partner. They donate quite a bit to our organization insofar as not just money, but time and energy and effort. Jeff Allen is on our board. I work hand in hand with Tom Coolidge and actually all the times, right, over at Esri, and we do a lot of stuff with them. We did a joint happy hour with them in the fall. We usually try to align all of our events up with theirs as well. So you kind of get, two for one, right? People are going to travel. They're going to want to get two things. So the data model is an open Esri compatible platform. It's open in that you don't, you can take what you like and leave the rest. Now, the database will work on other platforms. We're just not aware of any other user at this point, but they do and they have worked in the past. It's a database architecture that's specifically geared towards linear referencing, right? And so that's that APR that's going to come in and work very well for that. So, and it standardizes and modernizes your data management reporting. It can be used as a business risk and compliance tool. I don't know if those of you were able to join us for the fall forum. We had a great panel on risk and how your data can be organized to run risk using AI as well. And then it's a pipe-centric approach for managing your data in a single data repository. I'm going to get a little bit into that later about how now we're developing modules that can be attached, and Esri's helping us out quite a bit with that. So that those modules can be compatible with UPDM as well. We have a lot of operator members like NiSource and PG&E and Centerpoint that have both distribution and transmission pipe, and they'd really like to have get rid of those data silos and have all the data in the same place. Now that their distribution data is going to be susceptible to those TVC requirements that we all have been talking about for quite a while. They really are interested in using the TVC module, the ILI module, and affixing that to UPDM and utility network. So that's what's great about that model being open, that it can be transferable to a lot of different solutions. So we all know, preaching to the choir, put your choir robes on, right? That asset knowledge is essential to confidence compliance, enterprise risk management, and serves as a base for a modern operator system, right? We know that most significant incidents have shown that asset knowledge is paramount to safe operations. So all of this stuff is wildly important for the operators and then all of the service companies that support those operators. So back into the resources, which we're going to walk through today and show you how to access and get to all of those. I've noticed we had a couple of people on the call today that are going to be helping us out with developing some more training materials. So we have Geomagic on and we have Intrust on as well, both going to be helping us out with developing some more training material. So thank you for that. We are going to be developing and launching a new LMS, Learning Management System, and Education Library this year with the help of those resources. So for now, we're using our YouTube channel as well as our member portal. I'm gonna show you how to get to all of the training and data layers there. We have a searchable detailed member directory. So now, you want to say you're P66 and you want to, put out an RFP for close interval survey work, right? You can go into the PODS member directory, you can go in and see who provides close interval survey work, and you can send your RFP to those companies. You want to send your RFP to those companies because you know that when they deliver those deliverables of that CIS data, that it's going to come back in a form and format that's going to be easily um, um, transferred into your PODS data model, right? We have a scholarship program that we give out every year, and those are two GIS programs that a lot of our members and prominent members have alma maters of. So that's really cool. That's one of the coolest part of my job. I think that we get to give back to those youngins, and then we also invite them all to join all of our events and network. And I think we have two of them that have received the scholarships that have joined member companies once they've graduated. So that's pretty cool too. We offer curated live data layers. These are updated by the source. So you can use these for your emergency response planning and your risk calculations as well. Federal and state specific regulatory updates, we keep those up to date as well. And then, of course, a lot of technical solutions based on POD 7. And then we're going to walk through the new member portal and website. So we know that it's just as important to know what's around your pipelines as what's in your pipelines. So that's why we curate and bring together a lot of free data layers. We don't have power lines. Those guys are very important. They think that information is very important and costly, right? So we don't offer that, but we do offer quite a bit that we're going to get into. And then, of course, we work hand in hand with PHMSA on the NPMS. So for those of you that might be joining PPIM at the end of the month, myself and Leah Gooding from PHMSA NPMS we're going to be doing a presentation to give you some updates on the new, some feedback from the year zero and the new reporting rules that they enacted a couple years ago, feedback that we've gotten from operators. So all right, how do we develop all this stuff? How do we work internally? How do we develop and maintain and manage the model? Because that's our goal as an organization. We are spearheaded and tasked with managing and maintaining this model for all of these operators all over the world. So we're governed by a board of directors, which I showed you previously. We have then two types of committees. We have our technical committees, and then we have our non-technical committees. The non-technical committees include our T, which is our training, education, and events. So those volunteers come together and they decide what kind of training topics we need to develop. They offer that to people for presentations during our PODS events. They offer that for abstracts to some the Esri events as well. They offer that to the PODScasts, right? If you're a sponsor, then you can do a PODScast and get some information out there. And then, of course, they develop with our partners the training material that we're going to walk you through that's specific to PODS, how to unpack the model, how to create a database, all of that very, boots on the ground technical stuff. And so, yeah, and then we have a membership and a scholarship committees as well. For our technical committees, I'm going to go to the next slide to walk you through that a little bit. We have the chair of our highest level technical committee, which is the committee on technical committee on governance. They are our stewards in guiding us and leading us to making sure that we are aligned with our mission and vision and charter as an organization to ensure that we are strategic in what we develop in and around the model, right? And so this is led by Deborah Matthews, who's also a board member for PODS, and she's at TC Energy. And she leads a motley crew, which I'll talk about in just a second, that helps to guide us. Patrick Bass with Global is the head of our TCDM. So that's the Technical Committee on Data Modeling. They're the fingers on keyboards. They're the people that actually know what they're doing, right? They're the people that develop the model. So once someone decides, hey, I have an idea for the model and I want to develop something new for the model, it runs through the TCG first, and the TCG says, yep, this is in line with our mission and our vision as an organization. And now we'll pass that over to the TCDM. We get the feedback from the TCDM as to if it's possible, right? So then they're going to, draw it all out, use Visio to come up with an idea. Yes, it is feasible, it is possible. Here's how it would work, and here's what it would look like. Then that's when our working groups get enacted. So we have, I think, three active working groups right now. Marissa Majal is with Magnolia River. She wears a lot of hats at PODS, right? So she is the technical coordinator for PODS. So PODS has a contract with Magnolia River, and so we rely on them that when when the membership has a technical question that of course I can't answer because I'm here because I'm adorable, is that I can direct that to Marissa. She can come back immediately with an answer. She can help you, unpack the model if you've never done it for the first time, and get you rocking and rolling, show you where everything needs to go. So anytime you have a technical question, come to me. I'll get you to her, or you can go directly to her. She also serves as the chair for the for the TVC working group. Boy, you think we have enough acronyms here in the pipeline industry? Geez Louise, man. So, um, the TVC working group, right? Traceable, verifiable, and complete. They just finished the integrity regulatory module. That one's available on the member portal to download. And then, yeah, the TVC is still working. So if you're interested in joining the TVC working group, they meet every other week, I think on Tuesdays. Let me know. I can get you involved in that. If you're interested in any of these committees, please let me know. We work on volunteerism. I am the only full-time employee of PODS. So all of this stuff gets done because of you, the hard work and dedication of all of our volunteers. It's a great business model. You guys all volunteer your time and then you donate all that IP back to PODS, and then I use that to go get more PODS members, right? Cody is another one of our workhorses. He's leading the CP working group. So what they're doing is working through, and he's with Burns and Mac. Burns and Mac does a lot for us, Burns and McDonald. So they're working on some stuff with CP to get some specific information and data attributes into the PODS data model with a specific CP module, right? That's going to be very, very helpful. And then Malika Pandy with Williams and Jackie Smith with Geonamic, they co-lead our T committee, and they usually manage our breakout sessions as well whenever we do the forum. So that's our committee and working groups. This is our technical committee on governance. They're all, whip smart people that have been around for a long time and have done a lot of stuff for PODS. And we are really, really grateful to have their expertise and their guidance in what they do. And you can see that Patrick Basin and Marissa sit on this as well, so that we can have good communication and back and forth liaison with all of the other groups as well. So if you want to get involved, please let us know. We're doing a lot right now, right? So we're changing quite a bit with PODS, right? So we know that now more than ever, visibility and optimization of in-ground assets are paramount, right? Critical to our industry, right? We have a rising cost of failure, the public's focus on pipelines and our energy future, and we have a need for data transparency to meet these new regulations. Everything is changing, so we need to change too, right? PODS needs to change as well. So the data model originally was built for regulated pipeline and is continuously updated, right? How we do with the new regulations that are published. And, like we talked about, the PODS data model is used for MPMS. But unfortunately, historically, the cost of migrating to a new data model was a huge lift and could cost a lot of money. So what we've tried to do is figure out a way to where we can alleviate some of those issues and bring the model to more pipeliners, right? To more smaller pipeliners, to more gathering pipeliners, to more distribution pipeliners. So in order to align more with that, and people, especially that have multiple types of assets, we really want to, we're now going to offer two core data models, right? So Pod 7 and then Pod 7 with utility network. And we have the option to add on all of these modules, which we're going to get into, to both Pod 7, the core with APR, and or with utility network. And then also we're working with Esri to be able to host that onto UPDM as well. So this is great. This is a game changer for we think for the industry. We're really excited about it. So now you can have the best of both, right? The industry standards and the subject matter expertise, right, that you guys bring to the table, as well as the utility network capabilities of the Esri solutions, right? So how does this all get done, right? It gets done by way of you, right? So when we develop a working group, those working groups include the data modelers, right? The nerds, the fingers on keyboards. It also includes the integrity engineers. It also includes the CP specialists. It also includes the data analysts, right? The all walks of life, right? On the SCADA Link module that we're developing right now, we partnered with quite a few people, with PRCI, with AGA and their gas control working group and committee, by way of the GIS committee through AGA, and working with operators there to figure out what's important, right, to the control room. So with SCADA Link, we're not looking to do live SCADA data. What we are looking to do, though, is it's get those physical ties to those sensors and those unique IDs into the system, because we know that when the control room gets audited, that the auditors are going to look to see where it is on a map. We know that when those sensors need to be serviced, that we need to know where they are in the field so that we can send the technicians out to the right place. So these are the modules that we're working on right now. If you're interested in any of these or wanting to get involved, it's great. For service companies, if you get involved with these working groups, you're seen as by the operators as the thought leadership in these categories. So it's really great for the optics. As an example, I'll run through this real quick. This was the MVP of what they were looking for TVC. So, this is what it's not just willy-nilly with these committees, right? We get in, they put boots on the ground and they say, okay, what are we actually doing? Let's not boil the ocean. Let's figure out what are we really looking to do and how do we do it? And it's a very efficient program now. We're knocking out these modules instead of, previously it was the speed of pods. It would take 3 or 4 years to develop something. Now it's more like 18 months. So it's really, really great, the work that they're doing. So the data structure is very simplistic. It's built specifically, for the database architecture of pipeline operators, because they need to know what's going on in the field. And based on time, I'm going to skip through a little bit of this. Pod 7 information too. If you want some more information on the benefits of Pod 7, I can get you that. This is what's available now, and I'll run through that in the module too. And if you're interested in getting involved, we'd love to have you. I'm going to show you too the conceptual module, and we're doing a lot more videos now. So the QR code that's up here now is Jackie walking you through, I think it's a 20-minute video of how to read the model, right? How to read this data table model poster and what goes where. So it's really great. They're doing these videos now to where I can even understand it. So it's making it much more available to everybody. Like I said, we do a lot of podcasts as well, and so stay tuned for those. And then we have a ton of community events that we get involved with. We're going to be at PPIM We have Dubai coming up. We do some podcasts with all of our sponsors. Our spring forum is coming up, so save the date for that in Houston. And then we're just involved with so much stuff with PTC and the YPP and the Texas RRC and the GTI. There's so many letters, right? I told somebody the other day, when you're at the booth, just say some random letters and people will start nodding their heads. They're going to pretend like they know what you're talking about. Okay, so with that, let's look at some information here on how to access everything. Okay, let's make this bigger. And somebody raise your hand if you can't see my screen. Otherwise, if you can, I'm going to just keep going. All right, great. Awesome. Okay, so this is our new website. We think it's pretty snazzy. We think it rocks pretty cool, pretty hard. It comes in multiple different languages because we have so many members now all over the world. We want to make it very, very prominent that if you want to join PODS, you just jump in right there. We also have a bot that we built. It's got some backing with AI, so if you have any questions, you can go to this bot. Or if you want to submit a question, it can go to the bot or it can go to our technical committees as well. So we're going to keep track of all of those. So we have quite a bit of information on what PODS is. I welcome you to please go to this video and check out what is PODS. It's a quick 7-minute video about what we do. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on LinkedIn. We have, if you're looking for a quick and dirty on what are the differences of PODS 7 and how it can save you a ton of money if you're an operator, you can jump into that there. We have our upcoming events down here that you can jump into and get involved in. If you're not currently getting the PODS newsletter, make sure you subscribe here. Subscribe now to the PODS newsletter. Even if you have already set yourself up in the member portal, you may not still be getting the newsletter. Make sure that you subscribe there. And then, of course, follow us on social media too. And okay, up here, you're going to see all about us and information about staff and the board members and how we got started. Then you're going to have news and information and events calendar here. Of course, Dubai is what we have coming up next that we're really excited about, getting into our international chapters. Registration is open now. We're super excited. I mean, I have the coolest job in the world, right? That I get to go to Dubai and all of these places. Our events calendar is here. We have all of our PODS events as well as all of our partner events like PPIM and PTC and all of those. We have an events calendar where you can sign up for the events, then news and announcements as well. Information specific to our PODS forums and our upcoming events for that. Pretty cool. We have more international forums this year than we have domestic forums, so it truly shows how international we are. On our resource centers, which we're going to get into in the member portal, our LMS right now is just going to our YouTube channel until we get that rocking and rolling. Our regulatory resource center is up, data resource center, and then if you want to submit a topic. And then we have our active member directory, so you can come in here and see all of our global members. You can go by member type or however you like. Like I said, these are the ones that have already paid 2025, so we'll have a few more coming in. And then if you want to listen to any of our podcasts, you can listen to them here, or you can listen to them on our YouTube channel, either way. But we have them all here and all of the history here of all of our podcast sessions. And then if you're interested in sponsoring a podcast, that's the best way to get information about your company out to the PODS community. So give me a call or shoot me an email if you want to get involved with that. This is the most popular page. This is our data models and all of our resource links. So if you want the video on how to read the model, to download the data model table, to sign in, to download the actual model information, if you want to volunteer for a committee, all of the open volunteer opportunities, and then all of our training videos are here as well. So this is a very popular page for the data model there. So we have some more information about why data models are important and all of the system integration. We have information on our design standards, how we design the data model, all of the modules, our terms and authorizations, and then FAQs and our community feedback as well. So please jump into that and learn more about our core data models and then also our PODS modules as well. Okay, so if you haven't already joined PODS, shame on you. You should totally join here, and we're going to get into a little bit of legwork here, so make sure everybody's paying attention. So if you are a current member of PODS and you want to just go ahead and create a new employee member registration, right? So if you want to, I'm already logged in, so let me hold on. Let me log in and then log out. Hold on. So we can start from fresh, log off. Okay, so you want to just create a new user for your company. You tell them to just log on here, and everybody needs to sign up. So you would hit the sign up button, and you're going to sign up as an individual, and you're going to say, my name is Mary Smith, and I work at PODS, and so I'm going to say info at PODS, and I'm going to create a new password. Okay, I am not a robot, and I'm going to sign up. Now, as long as, oh, sorry, PODS already exists. So let me do, so as long as the at pods.org, I can't type and talk at the same time. I can't chew gum and walk either. So as long as the at pods.org is a member company, so your member company, as long as your member company has paid their dues, then, and you have an email that is the same as your member company, right? Adpods.org is our member company, then your account's gonna be created successfully. You're gonna get an email, and it's gonna ask you to follow the instructions to complete your registration. Okay, so that's if you are already a member and you want to just add a user to your account. If you want to sign up as a new member, right? If you haven't already signed up as a new member for PODS, you would click here and you would do a new company membership enrollment form. You would figure out who you are, if you are a service provider or micro operator, government trade. If you're not sure who you are or how you identify, you can click here for a description if you're an operator to figure out where you land. You fill all this stuff out, and you can either, cover the fee for the credit card fee or not, and then you submit. Now, once you submit, it's going to take a day or two for us on the back end to process your membership. And then as soon as we do, you're going to get a notification, and then you can go ahead and create your access for your new login. So what we want to do now, because, and don't forget, whenever you sign up, right, when you create a new member, you are definitely not doing it as a company. You have to do it as an individual, right? So make sure whenever you're creating your credentials, that you do it as an individual, not as a company. If you do it as a company, I'll go delete it and you can do it over again. I'll send you a notification. All right. So now you're a member and it's great, and you're signed up and you have your login. You can come up here to the member portal login, and you are going to sign in, and I'm going to use my dummy account that I've created. I was using Jeff Allen's account and he asked me not to. All right. So again, now because I am the point of contact, I'm the main key account holder for this account, main key user for this account. It's going to give me the option to sign in as the company. When I sign as a company, I have the option to go pay my invoice. I have the option to go and add and delete users, to assign someone as the voting contact. That's all stuff you got to do whenever you create your new member, right? And your new certification. But because I don't, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that now. So I'll sign on as the company because I am the key client and I can do that, the key account holder, and I can do that. So now I can go in and I can manage my contacts from the homepage, and I can say I want to add, say we have a new employee, or if we had an employee that left, right? So I can add a contact here. I can make them I can do the phone, the zip, the everything else, add, all this stuff. Because I'm the primary contact, you can't make them a primary contact, right? But once you add them, you can make them a secondary contact, all that stuff. Or you can go in and if you lose an employee, you can make them inactive. So then the system will batch out when you have an inactive, after like every year it goes through and it gets rid of all of the inactives. So that's how you can add a contact there. Again, make sure that their email address matches the end of your email address at PODS or at Williams or at whatever it is, so that they can get in there. Then they're going to get an automatic email with their information, and it's going to prompt them to create a new password. So back at the homepage, right? I want to come in and I can, I don't have any outstanding invoices, so it's not going to show anything. No, I guess so I use this as a dummy one. So there's some stuff in here. So I can pay the invoices. I can see what's going on here. I can come into, let's see, I can come into my memberships and I'm going to see that I am a government trade association new membership. This is my membership ID, all this information that I need. Let's see, and any documents, manage the contacts, all that stuff. Now, what I can also do here is update my info in the actual company. So here's where I can add my company logo. I can, as soon as it comes up, I can add my company logo and additional information. I can designate a voting designee for the member company. Very important right now because we're about to do our elections. I can, if I'm an operator, I can talk about, how many miles of pipe I have. If I'm a service company, I can talk about the services I provide, all of that information in here that we can put available. I can change my password. I can update my payment options. You can save credit cards in here if you want to, all that stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to log off and I'm going to log back in as my user, not as the company. Okay, did it do it? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my, okay, so I'm Maria Bear now, and I'm going to go into the member portal and go check it all out. All right. So first thing, well, okay, you know what? This is what everybody wants. So the members only documents. So here's where I jump in and I want to make sure that I have access to everything I need. Yep, I sure do. Great. So now I can see all of the data. I can sort by category, right? So here's all my data resource centers, right? So If I want to go in and get to the State Department of Energy GIS data hubs, I can download that, go in here, and there's some information and instructions on how to get there. And you can go in and download the federal maps from EIA. You can get the catalog for the Department of Energy. You can get every single state's catalogs and maps as well. So great resources here. The state open data hubs, you can get to all of those for every single state and the feds. You can get to the state GIS hubs. You can get to the State Department of Transportation GIS hubs, the additional worldwide U.S. nationwide data sets. This is super helpful because you have, the FEMA risk index, you have the USGS maps, the NOAA maps, DOE, you have the Esri Living Atlas worldwide. So this is all their links and layers for the whole world. The weather event preparedness for the pipeline industry. So all this stuff can be used in your risk calculations. And all of this is open data, and it's all updated specifically by the organizations that manage it. Okay, great. So those are all of our data resource centers. Down here, we have our regulatory resource center. So that's going to give you all of the states reg links for 811, Land Commission regulations, natural gas regulations for each state and the feds as well. And then our training videos. So you have all of the Esri pipeline and PODS training videos that Esri keeps managed for them and for us on their platform, as well as access to the PODS YouTube channel, which has multiple different playlists. You have the data model training videos, the forums, the PODScasts, the PODS Association info. You have legacy videos here. You have all kinds of stuff. Great information and walkthroughs. So make sure that you follow that channel so that you can get updated as we add more stuff in there. Okay, then we have the 2 core data models, right? So you have the PODS 7 core data model here, and then the PODS 7 utility network with the implementation patterns. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, Usman. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll look into that after this one to see what's going on. Yeah, you might have signed up as TC. We'll see. Okay, so then you download the core, right? It's here in your downloads, and you want to open that up. Of course, it came in my other window, and it's here. And we want to go back here. And then we have the core. We have the geodatabase APR docs. We have the 2 XML workspaces, and then literally everything you need. Now, again, you're like, oh my God, this is so much stuff. We're going to go back to the YouTube channel, and you're going to go to the playlists, and you're going to go to the data model training, and you're going to say where to start, right? How to download the data model, where to start, how to read the examples, how to, understanding location referencing or APR. Everything that you need is there. So do not get discouraged. Do not fret. Then the POD 7 utility network, same thing, zip file, download, get started. And then here you have, quite a few people are moving currently from 4 or 6 to 7. And so we went ahead and put 4 and 6 up here for your data mapping, right? So if you want to do any of your mapping from 6 or 4 to 7, then you have all of that available here. And then you have two of our modules that are available now, the ILI module and the regulatory integrity module, which can be again attached to both right now to PODS 7 core model APR. Not sure if they can be attached to utility network yet. I'm gonna have to double check on that. Then you also have some legacy data model documents here too. So different versions of 7 have come out and other versions as well. And so we wanted to have a place where we have all of our legacy data documents for 4, 6, 7, and everything in between. So we're working with quite a few people to gather all of that to put that there so that people can access it as well. So that's all of the member-only documents. I know that the UI UX is not gorgeous, but it is what it is, and it gets everything in the same place. So when we get our LMS up and running, it's going to look a lot better, and we're going to put everything on there. But for right now, everybody has access to that there. So back to the landing page. Some more important information here is managing contacts here, right? Because I'm the primary, I can add another contact. The member directory, I can come in and again, because I'm the primary, I should be able to update the membership as well. Of course, it's taking forever. And then also events, right? So I wanted to show this. So you can sign up for an event through the front end of the website, right? And say you want to sign up for oh, I did them. Say you want to sign up for Dubai, you can do that here, and you can go ahead and get your tickets now and sign up for Dubai and there, or oh, that's not Dubai, that's PBIM. If you can, yeah, there you go. It'll take you to PBIM, or here's Dubai, and then you can sign up there for that, and you get your tickets now and register here, right? That's going to take you kind of to the same page that this events will take you to as well. So you want to view the events calendar, and you want to go to the month, you want to go to February, and you want to sign up. Now, what's cool is if you are the lead for your company, you can see who all from your company has signed up for what event. So you can save it to your calendar here, right? And then open it up. It's a .ics that you can save. You add quantity 1, and then you sign up for that event. Now, once you've signed up for that event, you're going to go back into your events, and you can see all of the events that you've signed up for, right, listed here. Now with the PODScasts, it's cool because if you sign up for the PODScasts through here, and or through the Teams, you can get continuing education credits. So you can see all of that stuff here. So yeah, for PODS members, all of our events are free to the public. But what's great is if you go through the member portal to sign up, it already, pre-populates all of your information so you can get signed up. Just all that easier, a little bit easier there. So let's see, we'll go back to the member portal and yeah, events, invoices, membership, member directory, manage your contacts and your member only documents. And let's see, I think I'm just looking at my list. I think I covered everything. Does anybody have any questions about? It's a lot of stuff. Oh, good. I did 5 minutes left. Any additional questions that anybody has? Usman, I see your question. I'm going to get with you after this. Anybody need clarification on anything? Awesome. Is anybody still awake? Okay. All right, great. Well, we really appreciate everybody spending some time with us today to walk through all of everything. And we're stoked that you guys are all members of PODS, and welcome, welcome, welcome. We're super excited. We're a great and awesome community, if we may say so ourselves. And yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and let you go. And you guys have